predicted, my camera died yesterday. I'm sorry. You know, I got this charged, and as I'm looking at it, it's 80%. I don't know what I'm doing with my life. But if you hear that noise in the background, that's the sweet sound of a cotton stripper running as it should with no leaks. Yeah, I'm a little bit PTSD from the last times we've changed a seal, which I hate to be able to say that I have a last time that I changed a seal, but I have done it 3 times now. And so we didn't get it going yesterday because we had a part that broke. Just stuff happens. So we got that yesterday, and then I put it on again this morning, and I put some coolant back in, and it's running. And let me show you. It's really loud, but what you saw there was no leaks, at least as far as we can tell. And so I'm just letting it run, get the engine to temperature. Hopefully it'll suck some more of that antifreeze. Excuse me. Suck some more of that antifreeze into the system. I've got about a gallon or a little more to still put in that we drained out. And then dare I say, this will be done. I hope so. Much quieter. It ran for 30 to 45 minutes. Got the temperature. I don't think there's any leaking. Let me show you what I'm seeing. Maybe I can see it better from the other side. There's a little bit of I guess I call it kind of seeping. I think it's just natural. Like there's some grease in that seal. We had a little bit of oil on the face. I think that's probably what we're seeing, or what I'm seeing. I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but right under at the bottom of that seal, there's just a slight oily line, kind of trail going down. Let's see if I can get in there better. Yeah, I think you can see that there. So it's not running, like before it was running fluid oil down there, but I think it's just seeping. So at least that's my, I think it's just gonna clear itself up. So I'm gonna clean it up and then we'll check it again later. But I think it's good. I've got to go to a meeting here in a little bit, so I'll come back after lunch and do some more things, but thankful that is done for the 3rd time. Third time's a charm, as they say. So it pays to have the right tools, pays to put the seals in the correct way. Those would be my takeaways from this project. Well, I'm back from lunch, and my meeting was good. It was actually a plot trial for some cottonseed varieties that our local, my guy Samuel Turner, his company, they put on, and so today is miserable. It doesn't do justice in what you see out here, but it is super miserable. This was out in some sandy country, which was not fun. Reminded me of being a track coach and eating sand. If you've ever been to a track meet in South Lubbock with no wind protection, not fun. That's what it reminded me of today. So, but then they fed us, and that was really good. And so now I'm back to work. I'm gonna put the rest of this antifreeze in. Hopefully now it's sucked down some and I can drop the rest of that. And then I'm just gonna piddle on some other things. I think I'm gonna go ahead and try to change that tire on the mileage builder that was going flat. I have a spare. It's an old spare. It's a 20-year-old tire, so it's original to the builder, but it is not leaking as far as I can know. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and do that. And then if I want to fight the wind, I've got some new lights. Actually, I bought these lights for the stripper. Okay, you see the light over there? So that one works, but the one on the other side does not. Maybe I showed you that or not, but I actually bought those. I was going to replace both of them, but I need new lights on the builder, so I'm thinking that maybe instead I'll put these 2 new ones on the builder, rob the one incandescent off of there, and put it on the stripper to match, so my lights will all be the same. It'll be yellow, but it's kind of the ones pointing back behind. I like the LED bright white a little bit more. especially in my truck, but in the field, I don't know if it matters to me as much. Okay, this is my protective cover for my antifreeze bucket. I don't have much to put in. See, I can put some more in there. Need a funnel. And I don't have much left in there, but I need to try to get the rest of it in. And there's some junk at the bottom. I'll just leave that out. All right. How much is in there? Let's try to see. Can't really tell at the moment. Seems like I should add a little bit more. Hard to tell, but it's full. Maybe that's easier to tell. That's full. So I took a lot more than I realized, or I thought it would. Almost this whole jug of concentrate. So about 3 quarts of that. So 6 quarts, over a gallon and a half or so to get this full. So all right, I'm sweating a lot, so I need to get outside and get in some air. I'm gonna go change that tire. I think I got the tools I need there, hopefully. And I'm gonna need one of these tires, which are very heavy. I'll have to roll. I think this is the one that I blew out. Yes. See if you can see. Yeah, look at that. So there's some damage to the tire, and then there the rim got bent. So I don't know, we banged on it a little bit. Maybe it could be saved if we could get a good tire on it. It might set a bead, but don't know. But that tire is not good. Just gonna move it over here out of the way, and this one should be good. I don't even know if it's ever been on the rim, but it's just an older tire. Looks in good shape. It's just 20 years old, so I'm gonna go ahead and put this on so that I can get the other one off and not have to worry about it going flat on me all the time. Inch and an eighth, not a 30. I brought them both. It's not my first rodeo. Run out of air. I had my compressor on the wrong way, so this didn't think that was right. This jack's 20 ton. That's a lot of ton. That should get me off the ground. All right, there's a nail in here somewhere. Why it's leaking. At least I'm assuming that's why it's leaking. That may be it right there. I thought it was more obvious than that. Anyways, yeah, I think it's there. I think there it is. So that's probably where I'm leaking. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this off and get the new tire and wheel on. There's a wheel and tire. That wasn't too bad. You see how much my jack was getting pushed in the soft? It's not necessarily soft, but it's a heavy booger. All right, I got some tools and the new lights. I'm at least gonna try to get the old ones off, and we'll see about getting these new ones mounted. So up there I go. All right, I'm up here. So here's a look of the builder next to the other one. So it's the same idea. Call that the bridge. That's the bridge. This obviously is chain driven. This one is not chain driven. If you look up there, there's two hydraulic motors on either side. It's hydraulic driven. So I have heard that it doesn't push cotton as good because it can slip on the rails, the rollers, which is part of it, but you don't need to be pushing too much cotton because you could snap a chain on this one if you try to push too much with the bridge. Otherwise it's about the same. Tromper goes up and down. The lift cylinder has to go up on both of these. They're in transport mode right now. So that'll go up and that'll allow the tramper to travel up and down. This would be full compression. So this tramper has this kind of like arched foot piece that I guess it's supposed to kind of like make it where it's rounded and where rain might kind of shed off. This one is just a flat tubing, so that's the difference. This one has a single kind of support in the middle. This one has two supports in the middle that go up and down. Otherwise it's the same. These levers would control, you know, moving the bridge back and forth and moving the tamper up and down. That's the same on both of these. What's different on this is that this builder over here has hydraulic hookups to the tractor that raise the wheels, and there's power all the time to the gate. This one, you have to come in here and lift this up. It's a bypass, and that sends power to the gate. So there's a lever down on the other outside over there that raises the gate, and then this lever over here is what raises the wheels. So in the builder I'm used to, the CMC over here, we would get out, raise the gate, and then get into the tractor, raise the wheels up, raise the 3-point up, and drive off. And so you didn't ever have to get up into the cab for anything. On this one though, as it stands right now, once we finish tromping, we'll have to climb up in here, it's easier on this one because it's more like stairs at an angle versus a straight up ladder. We have to come in here and raise the bypass and then get down and then go open the gate and then get back in here and raise the wheels and then get in the tractor, raise the 3-point, drive off. And then I guess all of those in reverse unless the door can be raised. No. So anyways, it's a lot. It'd be way more up and down than the other one. So thinking about maybe doing some hoses that just like this one over here would give me where I could control the wheels from the cab, and maybe all I have to come in here and do is the door is maybe what I'm thinking. So that's the difference. I don't know how bad it'll be. Maybe it's a good exercise to get up and down a few times instead of just, you know, do everything from the ground. This brand does have an automatic bridge, but you have to be in the cab to turn it on and off. So if you turned it on run, it would basically do the up and down motions on its own, like ours will, but we'll have a remote. They have a way to make this remote, but I've heard it's kind of glitchy. And so yeah, that's why the reason I bought a builder that had this automatic system by Danny Cadell. So this one could work, but you have to have someone in the cab to turn it on and off, whereas we can do everything from the stripper or from a pickup. And that was kind of why there was value in getting one like that matches the other one. Okay, so here are the lights on the builder, not matching, an LED and an incandescent. This one here I'm going to put on the stripper as long as it checks out. I mean, it works. We checked it. And that one, I don't know what I'll use it for. Probably nothing. Maybe put it underneath the the builder if I have a place to put it. So it's windy. Well, they're up there. We'll get them wired in maybe tomorrow, but shouldn't be hard. Just have to connect this wire to those wires and then pigtail them to the other side. I don't know. I'd like to be able to do it not out in the open, but that just may be what it is. But we'll put some better than wire nuts. Probably do some soldered connections or crimp connections on those. Then we'll have some good lights for this, and then I think I may go see if there's a spot to put this down below to shine on all the hoses and such. And then, like I said, this will go on the stripper, I think. We'll see. I decided to put this other light right here. I was drilling a hole, and I broke not this one, this is the replacement. Brand new drill bits. Some really nice ones too. So that's awesome. Literally, I don't think I've even used this one before. It just got caught. And well, that's awesome. Look how close I was. I'm literally through, and I lost my footing and it caught like that. Frustrating. That's all I needed to do was just that little bit, and I broke my bit. So maybe they're Milwaukee. Maybe I'm trying to think if there's a warranty on those. I'm gonna find out. All right, all that just to put this thing here. I'm thinking that's the way I'm gonna do it, or like that, just to shine a light on all this business in case something would go bad and explode. This builder has a light up there that shines down. I guess I could put that up there, but a lot of this is blocked. I won't have a light on the PTO on the tractor, but I could leave the lights on the tractor on. So I'm thinking this is what I'm gonna do. This. So let's try it. Maybe like that. We'll try it. See if that's gonna shine where I want it to shine, or if it's too high up in there, it's gonna be blocked and create shadows. I don't know. We'll have to find out. I think that makes sense. I think that's where I'd want to have some lights. I mean, on the pump right here would be nice too, but that would not show anything here. Whereas on this Adad's kind of gets a little bit up underneath, just because the way this builder is set up a little bit differently. So I don't know. There was another builder that had one. It was kind of like right here. This same builder at that auction, pointing out kind of towards me, which doesn't make sense because there's nothing out here. But we'll try it. Get it wired up maybe tomorrow. Got this light changed from the builder. This is the This is my job. It actually was the exact same brand and everything. So those two match. This one works. This one was not working before, but I had it plugged in wrong. So we should be in business. And I just have one last thing. Dad's got me a part. I say one last thing. There's one little, had a pin out, an issue on the first row unit. There was a pin that was, there was a coupler that was missing, and I robbed it off of that row unit over there. And Dad has that last piece, and then I'll be, golly, can I say that I'd be done? I don't think I probably can yet, because I do have a few bolts to replace up there that are worn on that chute. That's a two-man job because I got to be on the outside and someone needs to hold the carriage bolt on the inside. That's easy. I'm going to change some brushes on the cleaner. I have those. We were going to put them on Dad's last year but didn't need them. So I think I'm going to, that's not too bad to put on. Check the saw teeth, make sure they're good. But golly, we've been through this thing. I've learned a lot about a cotton stripper this year, and I'm thankful to have done that. I understand everything a lot better. So now I just need lots of cotton to grow so that I have a chance to use this machine. Here's that. This is the brush from the extra row unit. It was this piece. So that paddle goes over a coupler, and that coupler was missing. So I robbed it off of this. That was $50. I'll show you what it looks like. It's this piece right there. It's just a coupler that keeps this from rattling, and it kind of squeezes that up against this cup because this cup was loose. So this bolt that I have in here needs a pin. I couldn't get the pin that was in there. Looked like this. See, it's kind of got some wear from that, just some wear. So that one's not bad, but look at the one that came off of here. Not great shape. Had to cut the end of it off because it was mushroomed so bad I couldn't get it out. So Dad, okay, this piece from Deere, almost $11. Sheesh. So Dad found Dad's been going to Abilene a lot because my mom is going through breast cancer treatment. Great prognosis. Everything they seem to have got out the lump, but still she's having to do radiation. So they're going to Abilene every day for 4 weeks. So Dad's been running me lots of errands while he's in Abilene. He's been able to get 3 grade 8 really, really strong bolts that are this exact same shape and size. 3 nuts and bolts with locking washers for $5 total, whereas one of these from Deere was $10. That's crazy. Just sometimes you got to get what they have, but sometimes we can improvise, and this was an example of a time to improvise. Well, this entire machine has been greased, except for what I'm about to grease right now. And that is this right there. It's actually not in the owner's manual to do that, but my dad, who knows lots of things and finds lots of things, found this grease cert. It's, again, not on the maintenance schedule, but that's a main drive for the transmission. So we try to keep that thing greased, and so I'm gonna do that. It's kind of tricky to get to because sometimes you have to turn these. Turn that with a pop wrench, and you can just barely get that in there. It's at a weird angle. That has never had grease in it as far as we can tell, so I don't really know how much it'll take. Or if or where I'll see it come out anywhere, but definitely wanted to get some grease on that. Alright, got some to come out where I was hoping it would. So this thing is greased. All right, that's it for today. It was kind of a short, odd day, but a good day. Tomorrow, do something else. Actually, I know what I'm doing tomorrow. I'm gonna meet with my crop adjuster. So I went ahead and opened a claim up on all the cotton. I'm gonna need to do that anyways if there's bad quality, or say we go to a field and I've been looking wrong and there's actually nothing there. Well, then maybe I would take it out. I don't think so. I'm thinking I'm gonna get this stuff stripped is my goal. I'd sure like to. I talked to a guy today. He said, sometimes I kind of think with my heart instead of my pencil and paper. So I like that. Some of that is a feel. Farming is a feel. And I think stripping is stripping this cotton is, if you just look strictly at dollars and cents, like right now, maybe it makes more sense to shred. But the long term, I think I gotta strip the cotton. We gotta support our infrastructure and gotta keep my yields up, different things like that. But anyway, so I'm gonna have a claim no matter what to process quality issues. If I undoubtedly make less than my guaranteed amount, there'll be a claim. So no issue to go ahead and open it up, have them look at it. There's some spots where the grasshoppers wiped it out. Go ahead and get those acres kind of calculated, so I can turn that into the seed company, all those things. So I'm gonna meet with him in the morning, and then after that, however long that takes, Dad and I will work, probably getting the wiring on the builder going. At some point, I'm gonna change the fluid on the hydraulic, on the module builder that I bought, new filter, and maybe do some adjustment to some hoses, just stuff. So we'll probably try to run both builders this year since we got them. And then go over my stripper with the brushes I told you, and then we got to do a little bit looking over Dad's and make sure it's ready to go. And then we're getting close. So I appreciate you guys watching. Thanks for watching with me. Thanks for farming along with me. I hope you're learning something. If there's something you want to see more of, let me know. I'll be glad to show it to you. Hopefully we have some really cool chances to show you some harvest videos that you didn't get to see last year. So appreciate you watching. Keep watching. Subscribe. Tell all your friends about the awesome things you're seeing on this channel. And if you're gonna farm it.